I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I go look at stuff to review here with everybody, I sometimes look at like, oh, let me see what are the Muslim channels are saying, and then I go like, oh, let me see what are some Hindutva people are saying, or what is some interesting mythology to cover. Oh, let me see what some far right people are saying, and then a lot of times, I'm like, what are the Wookiee people are up to, right? I mean, we need to keep fighting against the Wookiee stuff, right? How's my audio, by the way? We're all good. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? There's not much there these days. I don't know why. There doesn't seem to be, like, me and Susanna were looking and like, yeah, there seems to be less. I don't know. It's been dying out. I know. I think you're gonna have a comeback because of something, but right now, I don't know. Is it because like without Trump, it's just really hard now to take them seriously, and now they're just are they just? Is it like I knew there was gonna have some, you know, their nonsense is gonna have a less of a market. These, right after Trump losing, I just didn't think it's gonna be this fast, right? I don't know if it's because of that or what's up, but it just seems like. And I'm gonna tell you a trick that maybe one way of me. Okay, so here's the trick. Okay, the way I find the best, the juiciest, the craziest, the most crazy far right stuff is I go look at what the leftist people are digging out, and they basically are my research team for me, right? And then I go to either right wing or far right groups, and then they are doing the digging of finding the wokey stuff for me. Okay, and then I just have to go look and see if they have a point or not. Okay, but right now, again, this could change in the future. I'm looking at like some right wing content creators to see what a juicy, ridiculous BS they could find me from the woke crowd for me to bring a show to you guys. And a lot of times I'm listening and like, you're the ridiculous one here right now. I mean, it's you now. Like, there's not that many stuff right now. I mean, we found one, right? We found one. It was that video. What are white people superior at? Like, we found that. Oh, that was oof. Ooh, that was pure cringe. That was designed to be okay. That seemed like bait, and it was just such a good bait that even if it was bait, like, I don't care if it's bait. We have to go after this. We have to like that. So like, yeah, that was bad. Okay, but right now, again, I'm not saying this is a trend. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's if my when I said when Trump loses, a lot of the wokey stuff is going to die down until something else happens that they become relevant. I didn't think it's going to be this fast, and I don't know if this is why. But right now, it has died down a lot. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Kamal. You're so sweet. Right now, I saw this, and I saw a whole bunch of right wing people calling Obama racist. It's so bizarre because there's all these content creators right now. Like I watched them. I watched the right wing content creators. They're going around and calling people sexist, racist. They're even calling left leaning people homophobic, anti-trans. And I'm like, what's going on? Everything is upside down. So this is the way that is they're operating right now. Okay, so they are a lot of these right wing content creators. They're like left leaning people pretend to be pro woman, pro black, pro gay, pro trans. But as soon as like a gay or a black or a trans or whatever or a Hispanic person says something that they disagree with, they just go at them. they just go at them and you're like, oh no, how you could say this? You shouldn't be saying this. You're black and this is not the right way. You fall in line and stuff, which is, if it makes sense if you don't think about it, okay? Because what they don't understand is anti-Hispanic or anti-black or anti-gay or anti-trans means that it doesn't mean you don't disagree with them. It means that you don't discriminate against them. You can still disagree with them, okay? But now a lot of right-wing people, they think that they have caught, like when Candace Owens says something. Hold on, let me actually. This intro got much longer than I thought it was going to be. When Candace Owens, for example, says something, and left-leaning people disagree with her, or like, I thought you were pro-black. What happened? I thought you were pro-black. Look at you guys are so hypocrites. Like, you only support black people if they fall in line. Like, no, like supporting or like, oh, I thought you were for gay rights, but this gay person is saying something right-wing. Now you, all of a sudden you're anti-gay now. Like, no, you disagree with gay people. That doesn't mean you're anti-gay, okay? So it's very interesting because now the right-leaning people, a lot of them, not all of them, are going around and calling everybody who disagrees with their gay right-leaning gay people, with their right-leaning trans people, with their right-leaning black people, or with their right-leaning Hispanics, and with their right-leaning women, like, oh, we have a woman at Supreme Court, isn't it? They're going around and saying, like, look at this, we have a woman in the Supreme Court, aren't we great? Like, they do, like, guys, you're the wokey now. You're like, oh my God, we have a woman. This is so great. We look at us. We bring so pro woman. We have a woman at the Supreme Court. Oh my God, look at these people. They can't stand it when a woman is in power. They're saying they're pro woman, but when we have a woman in Supreme Court, they're all getting butthurt. Like, hey, right-leaning content creators, you're the wokey now. You are doing identity politics. You're saying, you're celebrating every time you find the right-leaning gay people or gay person or a right-leaning trans or a right-leaning black person or a right-leaning woman. You keep talking about their identity, their genetical identity. You are the ones that are doing that right now. And anybody that criticizes them, you're calling them hypocrites because of identity of the people that you're celebrating. You just became the woke. You became the woke. Right? Am I not? You guys see what I'm saying? They became the woke. Okay. So, anyways, but the reason why that's relevant to what we're talking about is because when this news came out, when Obama talked about the Hispanics, I will show you one example of the reaction to it, right? So Obama criticizes Hispanic voters who picked Trump, okay? You know what the reaction was from a lot of right-leaning people? Racist! This is racism! Racism! Obama's a racist! I'm like, oh my God. What, you guys are just, oh my God, you're the wokey now. You're the wokey now. You're the wokistani man. You're like going around and calling people racist now. You're the one that is now calling people racist. Amazing. I don't know. Maybe I have a point. Let's see if they have a point, okay? No, seriously. Yeah, exactly, Katie. So I got this with a little bit of delay, but I think Katie said it before I said it. All right, so let's see what happened. Barack Obama has taken a swipe at Hispanic voters who chose Donald Trump, accusing them of ignoring the U.S. president's racist comments. Okay, the ex-U.S. president argued some overlooked Mr. Trump's rhetoric because they supported his anti-abortion stance. Mr. Obama also criticized undocumented migrants being held in cages, a practice that began in his presidency. Exit polls show Mr. Trump won a large percentage of Hispanics. Shows won a larger percentage of Hispanic voters than 2016. The Republican president garnered about 32% of the demographic in 2020, up from 28%, or 32 up from 28% 4 years ago. What did Obama say? In Wednesday's interview with the Breakfast Club a podcast, Mr. Obama said people were surprised about a lot of Hispanic folks who voted for Trump. By the way, guys, I'm going to show you one of my favorite, funniest right-wing content creators and how he responded to this. Okay, so stay tuned, okay? But there are a lot of evangelical Hispanics who, this is how Obama speaks. But there are a lot of evangelical Hispanics who I think that's what he said. The fact that Trump says racist things about Mexicans or put detainees, undocumented workers in cages, they think that's less important than the fact that he supports their views on gay marriage or abortion. I'm actually very surprised that he mentioned that put undocumented workers in cages. Did he acknowledge the fact that a lot of people say that he started that? And if he didn't, did the host push back against Obama on this? And if the host didn't, what kind of a host even are you? Wait, is this part of the thing? Is it the podcast? No, this is just a random thing. Why did here, actually no, it is.
Did Latinos help Joe Biden?
Where's the volume? Come on.
Biden win the White House or nearly cost him the U.S. election?
Okay, we know. Okay, Mr. Obama also told host Charlemagne the God. Oh, this guy. I remember this guy. Charlemagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angelina E. that Mr. Trump's Republican Party had encouraged white men to see themselves as victims. You've seen created in Republican politics the sense that white males are victims, he said. Okay, this is weird because Obama said that we should be careful not doing that at some point, like to blame white men for everything. So I don't know why he's saying this here, okay? They're the ones who are like under attack, which obviously doesn't jibe with both history and data and economics. Okay. So this is the problem with what Obama is saying, okay? If you want to compare who's the victim, then that's not a game that if you want to win in the oppression Olympics, white people are not going to win, okay? If you want to compete in the oppression Olympics, that's not white people are not going to win. However, that doesn't mean they're never the victims. And that doesn't mean that there's not a crap ton of evidence of them being white people being their gender, like white males, their gender and their ethnicity being used against them without any merit, without any justification. Like there are plenty of examples of that. If you say if what Obama is saying is that relatively no, historically. So I think as a person, as Obama, Obama is very smart and he's very careful with his words, but I think I have more nuance right now than Obama, because he's saying based on both history and data. Yeah, both on history and data. That means relatively, if you look at history and data, relatively they're not the victims. Relatively, they're not the victims. That doesn't mean they are not the victims. There are plenty of examples that they are the victims of racism and sexism. But when you mention data and history, it seems to me that you're suggesting that relatively they're not the victim because the data is not on their side. But that doesn't mean they're never, this is an absolute statement. There could be a lot of examples of them being the victims and without them winning the oppression Olympics. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Do you guys see the difference? Like, you cannot say, if you want to mention data and history, then then what you have to say is that they're not relatively they're not victims, but you can't just say they're the ones on, so that they think that they're the ones under attack, which is obviously doesn't jive. Like, be more clear about that. Like, you mean it doesn't ever happen? That's wrong. What the hell are you talking about? Like, okay, guys, when you make absolute statements like that, you don't even need data to show how wrong it is. These are some rare situations where you only need anecdotes to prove someone wrong. Okay, for example, if I come to you and say X doesn't happen that often, if you want to prove me wrong, it's going to be difficult, because now you actually have to go find data and review, like get somebody review the data, and then get that reviewing of the data peer reviewed to come and see that the data was done, and then look at the methodology of the collection of the data. It's going to be hard. If I just say something like this doesn't happen that often, or it happens relatively less than this, if you want to prove this statement like that wrong, you're going to need a lot of work. But I'm going to change that sentence just a little bit, and you can see just by a small change, it makes a world of difference. Now, if I say X never happens, right? So I just went from saying X doesn't happen that often, or X doesn't happen relatively as much as Y. That's one sentence that's going to take you so much work, so much data, so much analysis to be able to prove me wrong. But if I just say X doesn't happen, you don't even need data anymore to prove me wrong. You just need one anecdote. If you have 100 anecdotes, then even better. It's so easy to prove me wrong like that. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? Yes, exactly. To disprove a theory, you only need one false case. Yeah, well, if you need a theory that is making such an absolute statement like that. Alex saying it's a common trick to try to do a comparison game whenever you point to instances where white males are being victimized. Yes. Well, I mean, he's not even, yeah, you're right, but he's not even playing that game. Okay. He's making an absolute statement, but I understand what you're saying, Alex. Like, that's an easy way of getting out. Like, you're trying to point a problem, and people, instead of addressing the problem, they will be like, well, it doesn't happen as much as this. So yeah, I know, maybe not, but it's still a problem. Okay, we need to address. So yeah, you're right. A lot of times, Alex, they use that as a distraction. However, he's not even doing that. He's even that would be more sophisticated than what he's doing. He's just saying it doesn't even happen. Like he's kind of suggesting, it seems to me like he's suggesting like it doesn't even happen. Okay, so what's the background? It is not clear what Mr. Obama was specifically referring to in his remark about gay marriage. A week after being elected in 2016, Mr. Trump said he was, gay marriage? Oh yeah, where is the message? There's, oh, here. Did we miss this? Oh yeah. Wait, how did you? Yeah, I think this is important than the fact that the supporters' review on gay marriage. Oh, did I miss this part? But there are a lot of oh yeah, I missed this part. How did I miss this part? Okay, let's go back again. But there are a lot of evangelical Hispanics who the fact that I didn't read this. Okay, but I read this part. Okay, so these are the two key parts: abortion and gay marriage. Okay, so he mentioned evangelical Hispanics. Okay. And he says that Trump said racist things, but they didn't. But the Hispanics don't give a crap. Actually, let's read this paragraph one more time, okay? Because is he talking in absolutes here? There are a lot. No, he didn't. Look at this, okay? So a lot of right-leaning people got upset about this, but they didn't get upset. But there's not that much reaction to that white part, okay? To white people not being victims part. I think this part that a lot of people are calling Obama racist for, I don't think that it justifies being him. Like the accusation of racism is not justified here, because look at what he's saying again one more time. He said a lot of. See, when he was talking about white people over there, and the fact that they're not, and the idea that they claim that they're not victims, he was speaking in absolutes. I mean, it sounded like he's speaking in absolutes. Okay, but he's just like, oh yeah, white people are not victims. But when we were talking about Hispanics, this is more credible, because look at this. I mean, it's really easy to show what he's saying up here is true. He didn't say, oh, Hispanics, or he didn't even say evangelical Hispanics. He said a lot of evangelical Hispanics. You know how easy it is to prove that this is correct? There are a lot of evangelical Hispanics who voted, and he's saying the fact that Trump says racist things about Mexicans or put detainees, undocumented workers in cages, the thing that seems less important, I mean, than the fact that he supports their views on gay marriage or abortion. I mean, they voted for the man. They voted for the man, and they're evangelical Hispanics. Obviously, it's really easy to show. I mean, I'm sure there's so many opinion polls that shows that, yeah, gay marriage and abortion was higher on their list than anything Trump said about Hispanics. And that's probably why they voted for him more. Again, I can't be 100% sure because I haven't seen those opinion polls, but I'm almost guaranteed that this is what this is going to show. I mean, they're evangelicals. What the hell do you expect? And even if he said evangelicals, he still didn't say talk in absolute terms. He said a lot of. There's nothing wrong with this. Even if it's wrong, by the way, even if this ends up being wrong, this is not racist in any way. There's nothing racist about this. There's more racism down here. There's more racism down here than up there. Yeah, there's more racism down here. When you say white people are not the victims, I think that's more racism. This is fine. This is, even if it's wrong, it's not racist. This is like absolutely wrong. White people are not the victims? Are you like, have you not, what the hell? Like, have you, how can you, I mean, it's weird, bizarre to me because he himself was saying, like, had a speech. I don't know, was it last year or 2 years ago? He was like, guys, stop blaming everything on white men. Like, cut it out. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he, like, what is it? Like, is he just like going to change his rhetoric because it's becoming more problematic to acknowledge that white people are being discriminated against based on their skin colors? Like, is that like becoming less popular to say these days? And that's why I don't understand. Like, and again, who is the host of this podcast that wouldn't push back on this? Like, I think most people here in the live chat, if you were the host, I mean, this is a major these are major podcasts. I am okay. Sherman the God. That's not the. Yeah, that's not a, okay. Forget. Never mind. That's not a good host. But come on, like if you hear this, like if you hear say you've seen, oh, you've seen created in Republican politics the sense that white males are victims. Like if you're a host, wouldn't you think like, okay, but what about this example or that example? Like, wouldn't you push back on that just a tiny bit? Like it's just a tiny bit, just a little bit. Like, excuse me, Mr. Ex-President. There are. What about this? I mean, this is not just Republican politics. These are events that actually happen. I mean, you're talking. Oh, wait a minute. You're talking to Charlemagne the God. You're talking to a guy that calls white people the devil. You're talking to a guy that calls. Doesn't Charlemagne? Am I tripping? Isn't this a guy that calls? Am I wrong about this? Anybody? Here, hold on. Oh, I have to figure this out. Devil calls them crackers and stuff like that. I don't know. White. Hold on. Give me a second. I can't find it, but I remembered something like. Oh yeah. Oof. There we go. What the hell is this? Oh yeah. Yes, he does, and mine is too. Okay, so Charlemagne the God, this TMZ is done praising words when it comes to white as supreme low melanin supreme sandwiches, and wants white people to join him in calling out white devils and cracker ass crackers. White devils and cracker ass crackers. I mean, I'm not saying this proves a trend or anything. It just seems pretty ironic where Obama is saying that this doesn't happen to a host that thinks the term white devils is an okay term to use. I mean, come on, do I even need to tell you guys, like, oh, guys, imagine if this was said about any other minority group of people, the reaction would have been astronomically high. Like, do we need to go through that every goddamn time? Do we need to go through that every time? Do we need to go through that every time to be like, oh, yeah, just imagine, you guys know that. I don't need to tell you that. Alex is saying, doesn't the common woke narrative rely on whites never being victims due to something with power? Therefore, I am not surprised that there is no backlash from the host. Yeah, I mean, the host is himself is a anti-white racist. So I don't know. Now that I think about it, of course there's no backlash. But yes, and another thing, Alex, is that yes, that's a common narrative from the woke. But Obama is not part of the woke. Obama is like a mainstream leftist, okay? So I judge what he's saying based on different standards, right? So him suggesting that this whole white males being victims is just like doesn't jibe with history and data. I mean, what kind of data are you talking about? Because I just need to give you one example for it to jibe well with data. It's not history because it's happening okay, so it doesn't jibe with history. I agree because it's happening now, not before. It wasn't happening before. This is a new thing. So I agree that it doesn't jibe with history, but it doesn't jibe with data. I just need one example to prove you wrong. What data are you talking about? And economics. Yeah, economics. Yeah, economics, sure. But no, I need examples. No, Sarah, I'm not calling Obama racist. Okay. So Sarah's saying I have to read what this is about before I comment. I have a hard time believing Obama is racist. No. Okay, so I'm actually criticizing the right for calling Obama racist for this. Okay, so technically, I'm saying what I was saying is that if you wanted to go accuse him of racism, highlight this part. Even I'm not going around and calling people racist like that. Okay, I mean sometimes I am, but not here. Okay, I'm not saying because just because you have a wrong opinion about not every wrong opinion about an ethnic group of people is all of a sudden racist. Okay, I'm just saying that if the right-wing people that are accusing Obama for being racist, they're being ridiculous because there's nothing wrong over here. This was fine, even if it's wrong. But if they wanted to like point racism, at least like this is like generalization. There's some generalization going on here. Like at least, I mean, it would still be ridiculous to call him racist for this, but it would be less ridiculous than calling him racist for this. A little bit less ridiculous, but still ridiculous. Just because somebody has a wrong opinion about and has a wrong take on their analysis on on the behavior or the trends within an ethnic group, that's not enough to just call them racist. I don't see how it's justified to use reverse racism. Sharmaling even says black people cannot be racist. Yeah, I mean, it's not reverse racism; it's just straight up racism. Okay, see, what's the background? It is not clear what Mr. Obama was specifically referring to. Yes, it wasn't clear at all, and the hosts are in both situations, in both examples above. The hosts were so bad, guys. Like, look at when I do a podcast on Atheist Republic or Secular Jihadists. Like, come on, like, how are these podcasts world famous? When you guys listen to my podcast, I don't let people get. I don't let our guests get away with stuff like this, right? Do you guys see like Dave Rubin on the when I interviewed Dave Rubin on Secular Jihadists? Do you guys see that? Did you guys see when I interviewed Sam Harris on Secular Jihadists? I didn't even let Sam Harris get away with some stuff, right? What are like? How is that? Like this is why the podcast I'm in, they should become world famous. Not these. Look, what the hell is happening? You have Obama on your show, and he says something like this, and you don't even ask for clarification and no pushback. How are these hosts so? How are these podcasts so big? God damn it. What's the background? Okay, it's not clear what Mr. Obama was specifically referring to in his remark about the gay marriage. A week after being elected in 2016, Mr. Trump said he was fine with the U.S. Supreme Court decision to allow same-sex unions, though he told CNN a year earlier he was for traditional marriage. Yeah, this Mr. Trump, it doesn't really matter what he says. It depends on what mood he is. Mr. Obama first ran. Why are we giving background? Like, we know who Obama is. Wait, for the presidency in 2008, opposed to gay marriage before saying in 2012 that he was in favor. Yeah, he says that his opinions was evolved. In this month's presidential election, Mr. Trump won 28% of the LGBT vote. The highest percentage for any Republican presidential nominee since George W. Bush in 2000. Mr. Obama's mentions of cages refers to border facilities where hundreds of children separated from adults at the U.S.-Mexico border were held in 2018 under a Trump administration policy that was tougher than anything that had come before. But these chain link enclosures were built during the Obama presidency. Yeah, why was that not mentioned? Okay, guys, you know what? I think both sides are unfair when it comes to the mentions of cages. Okay, because every time the cages are mentioned, the right-leaning people are always like, Obama made those cages, which is technically true. And the left-leaning people are like, you either ignore it or like, nah, right? But first of all, yeah, Obama did build those cages, but it was used much more heavily under Trump. No? Am I wrong about this? Yeah, it was the policy was a lot tougher. And I think a lot of people don't understand that the alternative to not having those cages were like what. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But I better not say something. Then I need to look into. I have an opinion about this, but because I need to look more into it before I actually say something. Okay. But these chain link enclosures were built during the Obama presidency. Some 60,000 unaccompanied minors stopped at the. Okay, so the main thing. Okay, here's the thing. I can say this. Okay, I was more concerned about Trump administration separating the kids from the parents than the fact that they were in those cells. I mean, using the word cages is meant to do something to you, okay? But whatever. Those holding facilities, all right? The fact that and they admitted that they were doing that as a method of discouragement, like that was like, Yeah, that doesn't seem like humane. Okay. Um yeah, but kids in cages just rolls off the tongue much easier, right? But yeah, they were built under Obama's presidencies. Okay, some 60,000 unaccompanied minors stopped at the southern border were detained in these cells during one summer alone in 2014. 60,000, that's crazy. The Obama administration also separated migrant children from adults at the border, though only in rare circumstances. Okay, so see, here's the difference. It was in rare circumstances. Okay, by the way, guys, like, what is this? This is the BBC. Okay, like, people keep pissing on mainstream media. Mainstream media is always biased against orange man bad, Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, I think, like, yeah, there are some biases always, but it's not as bad as people always make it seem like. Like, we still get the best investigative journalism from what people call mainstream media, right? Like, there's all these, like, people that YouTubers, people that do what I do, they commentary. They're like, we're the alternative. We're the alternative to mainstream media. There are biased, both sides, by the way. They say left leaning people like, they're biased against us, and right leaning people, no, they're biased against us. Muslim are like, they're biased against us, and then anti-Muslim bigots, they're biased. Everybody thinks mainstream media is biased against them. Okay, and they're always biased, but usually the bias is exaggerated for everybody to somehow feel like they're the victim. Okay, but none of these commentators, like people like me, who are just like giving you their opinions and stuff, what, like, oh yeah, okay, sure, buddy, let's get a little mainstream media and just watch you guys. Are you gonna go into Afghanistan, and are you gonna you're gonna send like underground operation? Like, are you gonna have like a investigating team that goes into the drug cartels in Mexico and gives us, like, what are you gonna do, huh? Are you gonna are you gonna send your crew to investigate how the Trump administration used its money to move it? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you guys like, oh yeah, let's stop watching mainstream media? Yeah, sure. Good luck with that. Like, yeah, most the people that complain about mainstream media, okay, their entire career is built on the mainstream media doing all the hard work to go dig out the information that they could have come and give you their opinions on. Okay, and you can see that. You can see them like they have to rely so much on what BBC or the CNN or all these other organizations do, and they have to keep. It's just so funny because like I watch like Kyle Kulinski, for example, and he has like for the 50th time, we're like, oh, CNN finally had a good article that I'm gonna review. Like, really, Kyle? Finally, you've been saying that this is their this is their 20th coverage this month that you said they finally had a good take on something. Like, you have to give that. You can't just like cover it. You have to be like, oh, forgive me for showing you a CNN coverage. Oh, they have unusually. This is so unusual. This is a good take by CNN. Oh, so surprising. Really, you're surprised again? How many? All right. So sorry, that was a rant that I had to go on. Let me see what you guys are saying. Well, wait. Alex said something. Alex is saying you might as well, guys, make sure you tag me because I don't know if you're having conversations among yourself or you want me to read something, but make sure you tag us, okay? You might as well be proud of not having as many easy views because you are apparently creating less echo chambers. Yeah. Wait, what? Because you are apparently creating. Yeah, I don't know what you mean, but you're right. Even though I don't know what you mean. Hold on, let's continue. Okay. Oh yeah, so the reason why I went off that tangent is because look at this, like BBC, for example, right? It's not like Trump derangement syndrome. Like a lot of anti-Trump people, if you say, "Oh, Obama built the cages," they're like, "Oh my, yeah, sure, buddy, go away." Like, but the BBC gives you that nuance, right? So what I'm saying is that the BBC or CNN, like, just make sure it reminds you that, yeah, Obama did build those cages. Okay? So all of the Trump supporters that think like, but the mainstream media won't tell you this. I'm telling you this. This is why you come to me, because if you don't come to me, you will never. Nobody will tell you this. Oh, did you guys know this is a secret that the left wing media will never tell you that Obama built those cages? No, they do. They do. They do tell us that. It's right there. They do tell. It's not a secret that you unearthed, that we have to come to you, or else you will never figure it out. It's right there. This is the BBC. This is the BB fucking C, and it's telling you right there that Obama built those cages. Okay. Nice diplomatic reply. I don't know what you were saying. I'm being honest. Okay, let me highlight it again. You might as well be proud of not having as many easy views, because you are apparently creating less echo chambers. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I get it. You're making fun of me. Yes, I'm gonna be salty. Okay, fine. I'm gonna play the victim game. Okay. Well, this is poor me, poor me. Look at our channel not growing. You know why my channel is not growing? Because I'm telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and that's why people don't like me. Boo hoo hoo. This is the only intelligent channel out there, and that's why we're so small, because people just want easy takes, and other channels give them easy takes, and that's why they're growing. Boo hoo hoo. Boo hoo hoo for me. Is that what you mean, Alex? Did I play that role well? Was that good? Was that good? All right. I mean, okay. Somebody clip that part out. The Obama administration also separated. Oh yeah, we already did that. Read that. Mr. Trump has long been criticized for his 2015 campaign launch, when he said of undocumented migrants from Mexico, they're bringing drugs. Oh, wait, I can't. Guys, I wish I could do the Trump. I can't do it, Trump. Okay. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people. Well, we will. This line will never be forgotten. This is just going down in history forever. Oh yeah, not okay, Alex. Yes, but not as an insult. Okay, I did that. I did that insult part myself. I was in the mood of making fun of myself, Alex. Okay. Chronic rationalizer is saying the question is Trump a racist outright, or is he seems to enable it? Does it really matter if you can't tell the difference? Okay, I'm genuinely asking. I'm not saying anything. I'm not claiming that it isn't. I'm just asking. Republican pollster Frank Luntz tweeted of Mr. Obama's comments. Oh yeah, I think this is the right-wing salt. This is lazy analysis, which likely will become the conventional wisdom of his followers. People who don't support us are bigots. I mean, that's not what he said, though. He just said they care more about. Wait. Republican pollster said, okay, so see, this is a straw man. I think, is that what he's saying? He's saying what Obama is saying. Frank is saying that Obama is saying that people who don't support us are bigots. See? Is that not a straw man? Is that not a Republican pollster, Frank, is saying that Obama just said people who don't support us are bigots? That's not what he said. Does that sound like what he said? He said a lot of evangelical Hispanics, they care more about gay marriage and abortion than whatever racist remarks Trump may have said. And you saying, oh, you your straw man, Frank, of what Obama said is that whoever doesn't like her position is bigot. Wait, so are you saying that when Obama says that evangelical Hispanics care about gay marriage not being legal, that's a bigoted position by evangelical Hispanics? Because Obama didn't mention the word bigot. And you're saying that Obama is saying evangelical Hispanics are bigots. So are you suggesting that evangelical Hispanics, so you are a Republican, and you're suggesting that, I agree with this, but do you agree with this? You're saying evangelical Hispanics who do not support gay marriage, them not supporting gay marriage makes them bigots because no bigotry was mentioned here. You're saying that. Am I getting this right? Look at this. Frank. You're saying that Obama's take is that people who don't support us are bigots. So you are technically saying, because Obama didn't say bigot, you're technically saying that anybody who doesn't support gay marriage is a bigot. That's what you said, Frank. Frank, that's you. That's not what Obama said. That's you. That's a straw man. So you are now. Well, congratulations, Frank. You have a correct take. Yeah, if you do, I agree with you. If you don't support gay marriage, you are a bigot. Why are you even a Republican then? Because you just outed yourself, Frank. You tried to do a straw man, but you just came out against. You just called evangelical. You are the one who called evangelical Hispanics a bigot. Because guess what? Evangelical is true. What are you talking? Okay, you're saying this is lazy analysis. What do you mean it's lazy analysis? You think evangelical Hispanics are not against gay marriage? Frank, you're a pollster. Do you think evangelicals as a whole, doesn't matter if they're Hispanics, you think evangelicals are not against gay marriage? And you call Obama a lazy analysis? Obama takes a lazy analysis? And if they are against gay marriage, you're saying that's a bigoted position? I mean, this is like there's so many things wrong with this in so many different ways. Okay, let me see. You guys are tagging me a lot. He could be cynical and argue that Obama wanted to imply that these views are bigoted. Yeah, but he didn't say it, though. I mean, I agree that these views are bigoted. I'm not saying they're not. I'm saying, Frank, your words, Frank, not mine. I mean, they are mine as well, too, though. But not, yeah. I mean, it's not, you don't have to be cynical. I agree. If you're against gay marriage, you're a bigot. But Obama didn't say that. Frank said that. I am not a Trump supporter. I think you mean. I'm just saying a straw man. Maybe it's Frank who created the straw man. Yes, it is a straw man. But that would be mind reading. What would be mind reading? Calling people who are against gay marriage bigots? I think the effect of, if you have views, wait a minute. How is that not bigotry? If you think these group of people get to do this because of their biology, they have these rights, they have the right to marriage, and these people, because of their biological traits, do not have the right to marriage, that's bigotry. How is that not bigotry? Like, oh, man, woman, you're attracted to each other, you get to marry. Man, man, you're attracted to each other, you don't get to marry. Yeah, that's pure bigotry. Steve Steve Cortez. Sorry, I'm bad at names. Steve Cortez, the Trump 2020 campaign advisor, said Mr. Obama had insulted Latinos. Oh, look at this. Guys, this is a Wokistanis. No. Whoa, he said something about an ethnic group of people, and we are butthurt about it. Guys, how is this not like a Wokistani position? You had a take on an ethnic group of people, and you looked at the numbers, and you came up with an analysis of you're trying to address it, whether it's right or wrong. Even if it's wrong, a comment on trends about an ethnic group of people, if it insults Latino, how is that not like Wokistani people saying, "Oh, you cannot talk about facts and data about this group of people because our fifis will be heard." Oh no, our feel you like they're saying we're insulted. They're like we're insulting Latinos, guys. This is pure wokeism. This is wokeism 101. We're insulted. You're offending us. This is coming from right-leaning people. Oh, okay. So Alex is clarifying. Saying that Obama wanted to imply that these views are bigoted is mind reading. Yes, exactly. Yes. And that's what Frank is doing. That's not what I'm doing. That's what Frank is doing. Frank! Get your shit together, Frank. The Hispanic political strategist tweeted, as important as life issues are, the economic factors drove most working class voters to Trump, including Latinos. Ooh, actually, guys, I'm going to show you an example of where they're getting this from. Like, no, it's not about gay marriage. It's not about abortion. By the way, I haven't seen, I might be wrong about this, okay? But, so this is a hypothesis, not a theory. I have no idea if this is true. But I haven't, when it comes to like a crap ton of Republicans, there's nothing that drives them more to go out and vote than fetuses. Fetuses. Okay? Global warming be damned, people being shot in schools, crime, violence, economics, education, foreign policy. No, fetuses. We want to save fetuses. Okay? There doesn't seem to be. And the fact that such a giant population, such a major part of the most advanced country in the goddamn planet, you have a high portion of its people going out and voting because of some religious mumbo jumbo made them think like, yeah, fetuses deserve rights for some goddamn reason. Okay? Like the sole superpower on this planet, its president is being chosen based on the rights of goddamn fetuses and the future of people across the goddamn planet is being affected by a bunch of morons that are deciding. Like, it's not just United, like who's president in the United States affects everyone's lives across the planet. And people are deciding that based on like fetus, don't these are fetuses. They care about fetuses. Okay? That's a major influence of who gets elected in the United States. And everyone's lives is affected by that. If that doesn't show you the impact of religion on all of our lives across the planet, I don't know what else does. This is how destructive religion is. Okay? So so this is how different. This is the butterfly effect. Okay, so you have like a fisherman in Indonesia, and because of global warming or whatever is happening to the environment, this guy has half as much fishes as he had the year ago, and somehow that is related to people in the United States deciding that fetus lives matter. And so when you say, "Oh, Armin, economics matter more than religion," this guy has less fish because you guys somehow decided that fetus lives are important. Okay, so don't tell me about religion not being important. Okay, religion is fucking everyone's lives across the planet. Okay, in so many weird ways that and this is just like one example, right? Fetus lives. No, where's the hashtag? I thought you guys were gonna bring up the hashtag right now. Fetus lives don't. Hashtag fetus lives don't matter. Yeah, Alex is saying yes. This is textbook wokeism. God damn it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Kima saying you always say USA is the most advanced country. I don't agree. If you look at GDP, PDP per capita, GDP per capita, countries are better. And okay, so The United States is the most advanced country in so many different ways, not in every way. Okay, United States is the world's only superpower. Okay, so when it comes to just because the United States is behind on education, on standard of living, on healthcare, on the list, on happiness metrics, on clean air, on uh, on so many different other things. Okay, and even freedom of speech. God damn it. Okay, on many other freedoms compared to other advanced countries in the world. United States fall behind on many of those metrics. Many of those metrics. Okay, GDP per capita, as you mentioned. Okay, it's not the number one. It's not number one on those things. Okay, but when we're talking superpower metrics, okay, the United States has the world's largest military. The United States is the source of most of technology on the goddamn planet. I mean, the United States is taking over the goddamn space. Okay, the United States everywhere, guys. We're on the internet right now speaking. Okay, we're on the internet. This would not be a thing if it wasn't for the United States. We wouldn't be able to speak with each other right now if it wasn't because of the United States. Okay, if the United States was, if you remove the United States out from the from the global politics, if you remove them from the equation, it will be as bad as they are, as bad as the influence they are, but it will be like chaos. Okay, it would be chaos in world politics right now if you didn't have United States as part of the equation. Again, I'm not saying that their influence is positive always. There's a lot of negative, but yeah, I mean, come on. And they have bases everywhere on the goddamn planet. Nothing, no deal, no negotiations, no war goes around without people taking into considerations United States response or lack of response to it. Any two random country all of a sudden deciding to go to conflict with each other, this United States takes on it all of a sudden becomes relevant somehow. Okay, United States culture is dominating the planet. You just walk to a random mall in any country, okay, and the music playing is either their local music or it's American music. Now it's also could be Korean music for some reason. Okay, you walk into any theater in any country, the movie is either a local movie or it's an American movie. You cannot tell me that doesn't make United States a significant country around the world. Like, yes, by many metric, United States is behind. But United States is the world's sole superpower. China isn't even. Yeah, we're all predicting that China is going to be the second superpower one day, but it's not even close right now. It is the most. I mean, God, come on. They're taking over the goddamn space. How are they not the most advanced country? Who else is dominating space like the United States is? Like, how? Look at technology. I mean, come on. Chronic is saying some Republicans be like, "Hallelujah, Trump is God sent. He's saving the fetuses. Fetuses life matter." Yes, guys, can you? I'm the first person that used the hashtag fetus lives matters. Okay, now that I lost my Twitter, you guys need to go trend that. No, sorry, fetus lives don't matter. Okay, I know. So, oh yeah, exactly. So thank you so much. Please, guys, please make this hashtag trending. Thank you. Abortion is only about controlling women's body. See, this is why a lot of people that are pro-choice don't get it. Okay, it's not about women's body, because if fetuses were self-aware, then the woman shouldn't have to get a choice. This is not about women having control over their body, because technically that body is not yours anymore. There's two bodies involved. There's your body and it's the fetus's body. The only legit argument is that why are we even talking about the fetus? The fetus doesn't matter. The fetus is not self-aware. The only reason the fetus matters is if the only way the fetus matters is if the mother cares for the fetus. That's the only thing that makes the fetus worth protecting, because there's some self-aware being that cares for it and has an emotional attachment to it. That's the only thing that gives the fetus's life meaning, because the mother has an emotional attachment to it and she wants it. If the mother who is hosting the baby, the fetus, not the baby, doesn't care for the fetus, then the fetus's life matters this much. Not at all. It doesn't matter. Kill as many of them as you want. Yes, Katie's saying U.S. is the most influential culture in the world. Exactly. Morton is saying, yeah, I'm pro-choice, but yeah, there are a lot of shitty pro-choice arguments used by woke. Yes. The reason why you shouldn't, is, people like my body, my choice. Yeah, because it's only your body, okay? If the fetus was self-aware, then now we're talking about two different bodies that now all of a sudden the fetus's rights becomes an issue. So, but yeah, it's not an issue because it's not self-aware. Okay, hold on. Senator Tom Cotton of of Arkansas. Again, this is like English people. What is this? Okay, look at this. Let me show you how moronic English is as a language. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, how do you? Hold on one second.
Arkansas.
Okay, so this is, if you put an AR here, you Americans, you're crazy, okay? This is Arkansas, okay? But what happens if I remove AR from the beginning, okay? How do you pronounce that, okay? If I remove
Kansas,
okay? So Arkansas, okay? This is like this. I'm just showing you how stupid Americans can be, okay? This is Arkansas for some reason. So if I remove the AR, this should be Kansas, right? But no, it's Kansas. So how come if I have Kansas and I put an AR in front of it, then it should be Arkansas? How is this not Arkansas? How is this Arkansas? But then I remove the AR, it becomes Kansas? Who came? What is up with that? So Arkansas, and then I remove the AR, it becomes Kansas. So how come this is not Arkansas? Am I tripping? This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Yes. Tom Cotton of Arkansas tweeted, once again, Barack Obama. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, guys, if you remove the AR, it's all of a sudden becomes a completely different thing. Yes, Kansas. If you remove AR, this should be Kansas, but no. Then how come we say Kansas? It should be Kansas or Kansas, not Kansas. Okay. Hold on. No, but you didn't beat. Yeah, I know he is. Okay. Once again, Barack Obama is very, very disappointed in Americans. This time in Evangelical, Hispanics were putting their values and economic interests ahead of woke liberal. Look at this. Look at this straw man. Look at this straw man. Look at all the straw here. This tweet. Look at this tweet just being like covered in straw. Is this what Obama said? Like, look at this, senator. Like, this guy's a fucking senator. It's like, once again, Barack Obama is very disappointed in Americans. What? This time in Evangelical Hispanics. No, he's just saying what their priorities are. What are you talking about? for putting their values and economic interests ahead of woke liberal obsessions. First of all, most of them didn't. You guys are celebrating the fact. I mean, they did, but they voted for. You're like, oh my God, you guys are butthurt because Hispanics voted for Trump. They're still the minority. Like, look at their celebration. So they're celebrating that they went from 28% from 32%. Like, yeah, Hispanics are for Trump. They're mostly they're not. Hey, Senator, 32% is still less than half. 32 is still less than. Most of them still don't like Trump. What are you guys celebrating? God damn it. And they're like, look at all this straw here. Barack Obama is very disappointed this time. You guys are, he's just saying this is, so guys, you could just go and be like, I think Hispanics voted for Trump more because of this. And you could just have that take like that, and people are like, oh my God, you are so disappointed that Hispanics didn't put the liberal agenda ahead of blah, blah, blah. Like, really? What? How is, tell me, okay, Senator Tom Cotton, how was Obama able to talk about why Hispanics voted this year more for Trump than last year without this being your take? Like, can you educate us? Like, how can he address that without you guys having a take like this? Like, how else could he have talking about it? You could say that about anything, okay? You could say that about anything. So any demographic, if voted for Trump this year more than last year, if I say, I think this is the reason, you could tweet this about it. You could say this about that. There's no way. If this is the level of straw, if the guys invest in straws, straw prices are going to go up really fast. Okay, they're being used left and right. Look at this. Look at this take. How many bending do you have to do of someone's point for you to go from that to this? And this guy is a senator. Texas Governor Greg Abbott tweeted that Mr. Obama's comments underlined why Trump's share of the Hispanic vote grew in this election. I mean, I could say you guys, I could do the same thing to you guys. Like, look at you guys. Your guys celebrating, we're 32%. Like, you guys are losing so much that you see a minority vote for Trump a win because you have to, you look at what you guys are celebrating. We're hated less than last year. Most people still hate us, but they hate us less than last year. Yeah, we're winning. Are you guys tired of winning it? They still hate us, but they hate us less. Winning. This is the winning that was promised to me. This is when Trump was saying, like, they're going to win so much. We're going to win so much. And then we're going to be like, why are we winning so much? We're tired of. This is the wins that they were talking about. Most Hispanics still hate you, but at least it's less than last year. Wow, so much winning. Some Democrats think they can criticize the values and religious beliefs of Hispanics but still get their vote by using the race card, he tweeted. Oh my God, look at this. Hey, Governor Greg Abbott. Greg, you're using the race card. You are using the race card right now. It's you. Look in the mirror. You are using the race card. He's like, this is what happened, and you guys are all butthurt because you're like, you can't talk about Hispanics like that. Guess what that's called? You're like, you guys cannot talk about Hispanics like that. You guys are no. Guess what it is? That's called using the race card. That is like, don't talk about these people because we're Hispanics and stuff. That's called using the race card. Anyways, I was going to show you a video, but we already went over an hour. Maybe I'll do another live stream. I don't know. Yes, they're desperate for voice. By the way, guys, what do you guys think before we go? Do you think Trump has a chance in 2024? Do you guys think Trump has a chance in 2024? Oh, hey, Fatima. Kimmel is saying, thanks to you, now I know that I was pronouncing Arkansas wrong all my life. Wait, am I pronouncing it wrong? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You're right, so. They just have a very positive mindset. That's a good one, Alex. They're just very positive. Like, hey, guys, it's just like we're not being like all salty and all. We're just being very positive. Like, people hate us less. That's a good thing. Okay, Katie is Katie is having a very mature take. I don't think we can say anything about it. So we can. I mean, we can. We could be wrong about it. We're probably going to have a lot of wrong takes because it's too early. But it's fun to guess. Even it's Yeah. Okay, Katie. It's pointless to guess right now, but it's fun. It's fun. It's pointless, but it's fun. Don't you want to do sometimes some fun, pointless things? Sometimes not everything has to be. As long as we acknowledge that it's pointless, we are able to have fun sometimes. Okay, so any predictions that we have right now about 2024 is going to be absolute horse crap, no use to it at all. It's completely pointless, but we're gonna do it anyways because can we have some fun here? Yeah, we can have fun. Yeah, okay, yeah. Bishman is saying it really depends on if Biden fucks up or not. It also depends on how. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if Trump wants to run in 2024. I don't think this divorce with Fox News is a good idea. Okay, I don't know if it's a good idea to completely, because I don't know if Trump could win in 2024 without Fox. Like, do not underestimate the influence on Fox, having such free media constantly pushing your narrative on such a giant platform. Yeah, I don't think you want to lose that. So this whole fight between Trump and Fox might, again, I don't know, these are pointless predictions, might really hurt his chances unless they kiss and make up, right? They're like, come on, we need each other. It was a fun fight, okay? But come on, we're good for each other, right? We're good for each other. And they come and they make out. Maybe we should make a blasphemous art with Trump and Fox News making out. That's not going to be blasphemous, though. Okay, Alex saying depends on how the Republican Party is going to become moving forward. Yeah, the Republican Party seems to be splitting in half right now. Pro people that want to be like Trump is our god, and people that want to be like, okay, can we now move away from Trump now, please? I don't know if the split is going to be meaningful, or is it just a temporary infighting. It would be fun if it's like a meaningful split, like we have yeah, that would be so amazing. This is why one reason I don't want to. Okay, Trump not going away in the next 4 years might be really good for us, because it might cause continue the civil war that is happening. If the civil war that is happening in the Republican Party, if it's not it might be just a short-term thing, and people are going to get over it, because the right-wing people, they're good at not doing infighting. Okay, that's like a left-leaning thing to do. Like, the left-leaning people are just fantastic at eating their own and taking their own people down. The right-leaning people seem to be like, guys, feed us, let's unite, feed us lives. Okay, so the right-leaning people, they're very good at, you know what, we don't like each other, but let's get united. They're good at that. Okay, so that's why they sometimes get more shit done compared to left-leaning people, even though they don't have as much support as left-leaning people, right? So, however, this divide, if it becomes meaningful, it might it might be very good to have a civil war in the Republican Party. It's going to really benefit. I mean, come on, the Republican Party just needs to like die out at some point. You know, it's very costly for the entire planet, right? So this infight, this civil war, might be very, very helpful. Okay, so I hope. Again, I don't know if this is going to happen. I hope like Trump stays around for the next 4 years and continues the civil war, but doesn't win in 2024. That would be the best. That would be the best thing Trump would do, to basically divide the Republican Party and continue the civil war. Kim said, measured by debate culture and good content, Atheist Republic is the most advanced republic, while republics are more. Thank you, Kimal. That's so sweet. I don't know if that's a joke. Hey, our beloved saint is here, Susanna. Yeah. But right about we're gonna leave. Yes, guys. Now that I'm about to leave, I'm not gonna. You guys are all members and patrons, so I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. So I'm not gonna yell at you, because yelling is for the people who are not subscribed. But you guys are my family. I'm not gonna yell at my family. Okay. So I'm just gonna send you kisses. Okay. I'm gonna go and send you kisses. Okay. Yeah.
I love you. You're my family, okay? I really love you. I adore every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. Please don't abandon us. We really need the money. We do. Okay? So thank you for your support. Thank you. Bye.